Hi, it's Joan. This week, I'd like to look at a bridge event, a hand from a bridge event. And I often watch World Championships on Bridge Base Online. And this hand was from the European Championships, which are just on at the moment. And I'm often interested in the fact that top pairs in different teams, really world-class pairs, can sometimes make three no trumps, and at the other table, they don't make three no trumps. You would think that all the good pairs would probably think the same way, and same with the defenders. But anyway, it's not the case. And when someone makes the game in three no trumps and at the other table they fail, that's a big swing when we're talking about imps, which is international match points. You would gain 10 or 12 imps if you make a contract and at the other table they beat it. Anyway, we pass on this hand, got nothing to say. East opens one no trump, 15 to 17. We still pass. Stayman, no, I don't have a full card major. Two no trumps showing haven't quite got enough to bid three. It's invitational. This hand says, well, I've got enough to bid three. So they're in game and we make our lead. Well, naturally, we would lead fourth highest of our longest and strongest. That's the six of spades. And here's the dummy. Partner plays the queen. They win the king. Now, clearly, East, West are going to try for club tricks, and they're taking the finesse in clubs. We don't have any clubs. We're playing low to encourage. So the first card I want to discard is the four of diamonds. Partner wins the king, and at one table, they returned a spade. So it went 10, and we must cover that 10 with the jack, because even though it promotes the 9, we've got the 8, the 7, and the 5. So now they're playing clubs. We'll discard the 5 of spades. And now the 4 of hearts. It's tough when you've got a discard when you have a void. It's very tough on the hand. Now they're taking their 9 of spades because they won't have much other choice over there. Now they're playing a diamond to the jack. We win our ace. We can cash the 8 of spades. Who knows what to play next? Play a diamond. They have made, looks like they have made an over trick. Yes, they do. They've made 10 tricks. Well, funnily enough, at the other table, it all started the same way. The lead was the 6 of spades, won by the king. Then the queen of clubs was played. North won the king. And at one table, they switched to a heart. They didn't continue partner's lead of a spade. I think it was because they could see the ace and the 9, and they didn't want to set the 9 up. But declarer can set a spade up themselves. Anyway, they switched to a heart. East won, took their 4 club winners, or their 3 more club winners. They've lost 1 club, so they'll take a total of 3 club tricks. 2 heart tricks are 5, and they will make 3 spades because they won the king. They've got the 10, the ace, and the 9. So they will make one of these as well. So they should take a spade trick. But it all comes down to this. When they play a diamond up towards the king jack, at one table, North jumped up with the queen, and then they played the king and the ace won it. That set the jack in motion, turned it into a winner. At the other table, it went low and North played the 2. And declarer had a guess. Well, guesses happen all over the place in bridge. And sometimes we guess rightly and sometimes we guess wrongly. A guess means, for example, you've got the king, the jack, you haven't got the 10, the 9, but you need to try to make a trick in diamonds. Well, when you play a diamond from the West hand and they play the 2, you have to decide, do I try the Jack and that'll force the ace, or do I play the King? You don't know where the ace and the Queen are. And if the ace were in the North hand, it would be right to play the King. But if it's in the South hand, it's right to play the Jack. Well, that happened at the other table. They had to make a guess in diamonds, and they guessed wrongly. They played the King, and we won the ace. And then later, our side made another diamond, and we actually beat the hand. We made a long club, we made a spade, and we made 2 diamonds, and we beat, or at the championship, they beat the contract. But here, because De Clara made a very good guess, they didn't know where the diamond, ace and queen were, but they guessed. Sometimes you guess right, sometimes you're having a bad day and you guess wrongly. The main thing is not to be upset by it. If you don't guess correctly, just go on to the next hand. Okay, have a great week, everyone.